left some shelving out in the built-in shelves just so that we could put some tools in. My go-to favorite tool is the miter saw.
I love the miter saw too. Me being a contractor, I know two things about it. It takes up a lot of room and it's heavy. I have to set it up on a stand every time, and sometimes I don't want to do the job because it's not worth the setup time just to get the saw out.
The solution that I came up with was to put it on a cart that's only 2 feet deep.
Because it's on the 45, I'm able to store it at 2 foot, but now I'm at full position and I have the full depth of range.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you can just cut a board on it, you can plug the vac into the back, clean up behind it really easy.
Which is important, right?
If it's fully built in, you're gonna end up with a lot of sawdust back there that's really hard to clean, so that's...
So what happens when I'm cutting something longer than 1.5 feet?
That's a good question, so and most of the times you are. So we designed the side carts to be your in-feed and your out-feed, and I'll show you how that works. So you can just pull these guys out. You notice they're nice and clean because they're stored under there. You could never clutter them, because if this was my in-feed or out-feed, it would look like this. It would be full of stuff.
So you're forced to clean the shop before you put the shop away. I like that.
Yeah, so it's always there, always available. You know, you can use up to an 8-foot long board. If you need to go longer, like 16 feet, you can pull the other cart out. If you go much longer than that,
you need a longer garage or a bigger shop. But I see what you mean. So this cart is the same height as the deck of the saw, which is perfect.
Yeah, so you can use them to help support your wood. It's a much safer, easier way to build.
And we could bring it out into the middle of the shop. You could really move this around any which way. I could turn this all around if I needed to. It's super flexible. So the only tool heavier than the miter saw is the table saw. And I saw you have that guy hidden over there on a cart. Can we see that?
Of course. So we built a cart for it, and I absolutely love all the storage underneath it. Huge amount of storage, and then you can just pull it out. And then to use it, you simply lock the wheels in place, add the safety gear, and raise the blade, and you're ready to go. We can start ripping some wood.
Again, I love how easy that is to take the saw out, because half the job, you wouldn't even want to do it by the time you have to set it up. So this is so easy. If you're making a small cut, it's perfect. You're already set up.
One of the challenges you have with a smaller table saw is how do you support your wood after it passes through the blade, right?
Right, so if you had a longer board, like if we were cutting a long piece, if you were doing it alone, you wouldn't have anything.
Right, so as you know, you're pushing it past and you've got your guide and you push it past the blade, I had to come up with a solution for that too. And you can probably guess what it is.
It's probably a cart. Do the carts all work with this too?
Yeah, so we designed the table saw cart with the table saw compatible to this height. So go ahead and grab that far
Okay,
cart.
good.
And what this really does is allows you to rip wood safely, easily, and all by yourself.
And I can pull this away as much as we need, as long as you're ripping.
Yeah, so if you have something really long, yeah, absolutely, you could pull it quite a bit further out.
And if you're doing something wider?
Good point. So that is actually one of the biggest challenges with the table saw. You need a really wide deck for plywood, which is what you're most commonly going to be ripping. Just something to support this edge so you don't have this kind of thing going on as you're pushing it through the table saw. So you can pull this cart over and it can work as a side feed. You know, you can just push it right through. Yeah, so
that's
really
nice because you can work alone.
Right, and safely work alone,
Yeah.
easily and accurately, and you're not worried about what's going on over here, and that's not affecting, you know, keeping your wood against the fence.
And we could change the configuration.
Right.
So we can move the carts around, move them deeper, wider, put them
On
both
this
on the
side.
side. Yeah, these carts, I will say the carts are really handy. I mean, super handy.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome, but they play more than a supporting role in this workshop.
There's another cart.
Well, really what this workshop has been missing is an assembly table.
Right, right. So we could use these as shop tables.
Absolutely. So, I mean, if you and I are working on different projects, I could grab one and you could grab one, and two different people can work on different projects at the same time. You can really customize them to fit your needs. I love these drawers because I can really see myself like leaving the drawer open, keeping my drill and my fasteners in it, so my work surface is clear for me to work, and I can set things here and then put it all away.
And then they work together. So
Yeah.
if we wanted to do a long configuration,
Yeah,
right?
so we can move that one and just join them together because they're the exact same height. Thank you. So we can support it long. Let's say we're working on something really long, really
That's
easy.
awesome. Yeah.
Yep, or we're having a building show together.
Yeah, exactly. It's a perfect work table. Look at this. No, but that is nice because if you have a long piece, and if we built 4 carts, you could have a huge table for the center. It's nice. It's like, it's a table that folds away. We can't have a permanent table in the shop, so
Right.
this works.
And then we can fold them back to back, you know, so. Thank you. And then, yep. And our storage is still really accessible. We can reach everything. We can, you know, utilize our space. I love how they're not so big that they're still manageable. Like if this was longer or this size, imagine trying to maneuver it.
Well, the key is like you said, manageable, because if you wanted to do it by yourself, you could pull one table out, set it, move the other table, set it. Because if you're working alone, which, you know, sometimes you are, it's really hard to work safely in. This is great. And I do love the storage because I have a tendency to leave stuff on the table. So it's nice to just be able to put it away and have access to it without looking for stuff. These are great. These carts really came in handy. They've made the shop so far. That's great.
Well, you know what the best part about them, Tom? When we're done, you can just put them all away.